In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to fill an object with a gradient using graphics software. This process can add depth and visual interest to your designs, whether you're working with rectangles, custom shapes, or even text that's been converted into curves. To begin, you'll first need to select the object you wish to fill. This could be any vector element, such as a rectangle or a shape you've drawn. And if you're working with text, make sure it has been converted to curves first for maximum flexibility. Once you've chosen your object, it's time to get acquainted with the gradient tool. You'll typically find it on the left toolbar, often represented by a gradient icon or fill symbol, depending on what program you're using. With the gradient tool selected, take a look at the context toolbar at the top of your screen. Here, you'll want to set the fill mode. Decide whether you want the gradient to affect the fill of the object itself or the stroke, which is the outline around it. For most purposes, filling the object directly is more common, but strokes can give unique style effects, so don't hesitate to try them out. Next, choose the type of gradient you want to apply. You'll have several options. Linear creates a straight transition from one side to the other. Radial forms a circular pattern emanating from a central point. Conical gives a rotational effect, and bitmap lets you use an image for the gradient effect. Each has its own distinct look, so pick the one that best fits your creative vision. Now comes the intuitive part: applying the gradient. Click and drag your mouse across the object in the direction you want your gradient to flow. If you want to maintain straight angles while dragging, holding the Shift key can help keep everything aligned perfectly, but this might vary depending on the version of the software you're using. After creating your initial gradient, you'll notice color stops appear along the gradient path. These stops are where you'll define the colors of your gradient. Simply click on a stop to open up the color panel and select the hue you want. If you're striving for a smooth transition, adjust the placement of these stops by dragging them along the gradient path. And if you need more colors, just click on the path to add additional stops. For more advanced customization, you can adjust the opacity of individual color stops, creating intriguing transparency effects. If you've opted for a bitmap gradient, this is where you'll select your image to use as fill. Once everything aligns with your vision, feel free to make further tweaks. Simply adjust the gradient path's angle, length, or spread by dragging its end handles or midpoints to perfect your design. With these steps, you can create stunning, dynamic visuals that truly stand out in your projects. Enjoy experimenting with the endless possibilities that gradients offer.